What's up, vapors? Thanks for checking out Daily Vape TV. My name is Nick, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Revenger Kit. So this pretty little thing right here is the Vaporesso Revenger Kit, and it's a 220 watt dual 18650 box mod, which as far as the specs goes is really nothing too special, but I mean, just look at it. This thing is just pretty. I absolutely love the aesthetics of this particular device, and you know, it's a dream to hold as well. It's very nice and comfortable in the hand, so that's why I've been using it so much over the past couple of weeks. So before I get into this video, I do have to state my intent by saying that I did receive this product for free from the manufacturer for the purpose of doing this video. However, it has no monetary value to me, which means my opinions on it will remain honest and unbiased, of course, as always. With that being said, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to the people over at Vaporesso for sending this my way. Really love the opportunity to take a look at their products, especially this one right here. So taking a look online, there's 3 different color options to choose from for this device here. You have the blue one like I have here, the red version, and the black version. However, really the thing that changes is the trim. It's nothing really too much on the device itself, except for just these lines around the outside of the screen part and these 2 lines on the tank. Everything else about this device is black. So as far as that goes, really nothing much as far as color options, but I do adore this kind of blue. I don't know what it is, but ever since the first day I saw it, I really just wanted to have the blue one in my hand. So this thing is going to run you about $70 online, which is an absolute steal if you ask me, because you get the mod, you get the tank, you get a couple extra coils, and the charging cable as well. So you have everything you need except for some 18650s, but then again, those are pretty cheap nowadays anyways. So with that, I'll leave links down there in the description below if you guys want to get one of these things for yourself. So without further ado, let's go down to the close-up view and take a better look at this thing. Alright guys, so as you can see, we've got the Vaporesso Revenger Kit in its original box. Let's quickly go around the packaging and then we'll talk about what's inside. So, first of all, we have the Vaporesso logos here and here, Revenger Kit, Above and Beyond, which I guess is their tagline. A nice picture of the device itself, and this little foil sticker. Not sure if you guys can see that, but that says 5mm. There is 2 different versions of the tank that comes with this kit. One is 2mm, one is 5mm. Obviously, the 2mm one is for TPD compliance, but there you go. So on the side here, we have some specs about the device, you know, some pretty basic stuff there, and a few of the other little things down here as well. And on the back we have what the kit includes, some more written out specs. On the bottom we have some company info if you guys wanted to know a little bit more about Vaporesso. Well, there you go, there's their information, and that's about it. So let's go ahead and slide the top cover off. We have a nice big Vaporesso logo right there. And let's just open her up here and see what we get. And there we go. I mean, absolutely gorgeous presentation on this thing here. I love the little boxes. Honestly, a lot of companies are kind of mimicking this sort of thing now. I know Anakin has stuff that's exactly like this packaging, which I absolutely adore. So, I guess we'll get to the goodies first here. This is the actual hardware. We have the Revenger itself, the actual mod part. We have the NRG tank, which of course we'll be taking a look at in just a second. We have some glass and some O-rings. And last but not least, we have a coil, 1 extra spare coil for the tank. Now on the opposite side we get our accessories. So this comes in its own little separate box here. Let's just open this up and see what's inside. And just dump everything out, I guess. So, no! Oh God, this is probably the worst one yet. This thing is absolutely massive, very wordy, very small print, and it's a fold-out one. So that's like minus 10 points there. I don't even know if I'll be able to get this thing all folded back up, but look at all those words. I don't think anyone out there is going to be reading that, so we'll just throw that aside. Oh, double fail. Again with the just ginormous, impossible to read, tiny text. Ugh, I hate fold-out manuals. Absolutely hate them. But let's see what is in this little envelope here. Hopefully, you know, a check for $1 million, but no, we have the warranty card. Pretty simple stuff there. C-cell ceramic coils, just, I guess, some information about their coil technology. So there you go. And the last little thing, which is just your basic warnings on its own little separate card. So right. So moving on, we've got the micro USB cable, which, you know, I've got a ton of these things by now, and they're all pretty much the same, but this one is a little bit fabric-y, and the ends feel kind of metallic, and there's a little spring to protect it from, you know, getting damaged and frayed near the ends. So I suppose you get about 5 brownie points for that, but that's about it. I'm not sure if we can recover from those ugly, ugly, terrible manuals. So here is the Revenger mod itself, and let's just quickly go over some of the specs here. It uses dual high amp 18650 batteries, which are not included. The wattage range is 5 to 220 watts. The temperature control range is 200 to 600 degrees Fahrenheit. The minimum atomizer resistance is 0.05, and I'm assuming that's for temp control mode because not many devices can fire 0.05 in regular wattage mode. It has an innovative Omni board 2.0 chipset. It supports nickel, titanium, and stainless steel heating elements. It supports temperature coefficient of resistance adjustments, which is TCR, customized curvature of temperature, or CCT, and customized curvature of wattage, or CCW. It has smart variable wattage mode, bypass mode, real-time clock setting, real charging time, equalizing charge system, intuitive 0.96-inch OLED display, durable aluminum alloy construction, in-mold labeling, and all-metal oversized firing button. And here are the specs for the NRG sub-ohm tank. It's 26.5 millimeters in diameter. It holds 5 mils of juice. It's made of stainless steel and Pyrex glass. The GT cores, or coils, feature C-cell ceramic and traditional cotton. It has a 14 millimeter mesh Delrin widebore drip tip with spitback protection. It also uses the slide open top fill design, just like that. Also, it has a heating insulation layer on the base and of course, the 510 connection. Alright, so real quick, I'll just show you guys some basics for this device here. The battery tray is marked, so we're just going to put some batteries in, just like that. Battery door goes back on, and the screen says new load or old load. So since this is the same coil that I've been working with for a while now, I'm just going to hit the down button there, and that's going to take me to the regular wattage mode. If I wanted to change that mode, all you have to press is this center button, which you're going to have to just kind of go around to the different settings here. It's got stainless, nickel, titanium, memory 1 and 2, bypass, and system setting. So we'll just show you those. It's going all the way around. There's bypass and system set. Then you can change all the, intricate details of your device. And then we're back around now to normal wattage mode. So that's what I'm going to keep it at for right now. To change your wattage up and down, here's the down button. Here's the up button. Simple as that. If you press and hold the down and up at the same time, it flips the screen, which I'm not sure why anyone would need the screen flipped to this orientation unless you want to read your screen as you're firing your device, but then again, hey, that's just me. Flip it back just like that. The middle button here and the power up button will lock your power setting, so now I can't change the power up or down, and I can still fire the device like that. So make sure if you're planning on putting it in your pocket, then you still have to shut the device off. So here's a look at the coils that come with the NRG tank. We have our 2-barrel here and our 4-barrel here, and they kind of have this octagonal shape to them, but otherwise they look kind of familiar. The threading on there definitely looks familiar to me, which I kind of had to have a look for myself. And as you can see here, I have a Baby Beast Q2 coil, and here is the bottom of the NRG tank. Yep, it is completely cross-compatible with all these other coils. So there we go. If you have a whole bunch of Baby Beast coils laying around and you want a new kit, there you go. There's your option. So that's all I've got for you guys in this little close-up section. Let's go back to the main screen, have a quick vape on this thing, and we'll talk about it some more. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the close-up section of this video. Now let's talk about my personal thoughts about this device, some pros, some cons, and whether or not it's worth purchasing. Starting off today with the pros, and my first pro is the look and feel. This thing feels amazing in the hand. I don't know what exactly it is about it that I like. I think it's mostly just the rounded shape and the positioning of the actual fire button. It's very ergonomic and just feels really right when you're holding on to it. But overall, yeah, absolutely love the look and feel to this thing. It's just kind of modern looking. I don't know. It kind of looks like an escape pod from a futuristic spacecraft or something like that. But yeah, absolutely love the look and feel about this thing 100%. Now, my second pro today is the simplistic button setup. I absolutely love Vaporesso for including this third button option right in between the power up and power down, just because sometimes I really can't stand pressing the fire button 3 times and waiting and going through menu systems that are super complicated. This third button option makes it so that you can change settings with one click, and that is absolutely a-okay in my book. My third pro today is the screen. The screen on this thing is nice and big and bright, but also it's kind of simplistic itself because it's not overcomplicated with way too much information. Basically just your power, your battery life, what settings you're at, and a little second counter on the bottom here. It's very, very simple and easy to understand. You can get your information just at a glance, and that's what I love about it. My fourth pro today is charging this thing with the USB is amazing. Now, I don't often charge my devices with their USB cables, especially not dual battery setups like this one here. I usually just take them out and put them in my normal charger like everything else. But with this one here, when I charge it with the USB, not only is it a very quick charge, but it also shows you the charging time right there on the screen. It makes it very simple. It makes it so that I can plan around the charging time of my device, and it's just easy. You know what? This device is all about easy, and that is just perfect. And my fifth and final pro for this device is the large tank capacity. Now, I can definitely appreciate a large tank capacity because one thing I really hate doing is filling my tank. So if I can get almost a full day's use out of a tank without having to fill it, that is awesome for me. So for a 5 ml juice capacity tank, this one here, I tend to fill it maybe once a day. Sometimes if I'm really vaping hard on this particular device, I'll fill it twice a day, but that's not too bad. So for you guys out there that really love vaping all day, every day, all the time, this is going to be for you. Alright guys, so moving on to some cons. My first con today is that the coils that come with this thing aren't really the greatest. Now, I've never been a huge fan of the multi-hole, multi-core coil thing that they've got going on with this setup here, and that's because I really feel like it's difficult to get the juice to wick all the way to the center of one of those coils. Now, whenever I take a 5 to 6 second drag off of this device here, I tend to get a little bit of a burnt taste, and I really feel like that's the culprit there. So for me, not a huge fan of that sort of setup. Wish they would have thrown in a single hole coil with this device here for at least the starter kit to give you a taste of what that would be like, but unfortunately that's not the case. Now, my second con today is a minor one, and I feel like I'm getting a little bit nitpicky saying this, but the pivot point on the top fill section is a little bit wonky. Now, when I put my thumb on the little arrow and press it to fill up my tank, it goes off and to the left, which doesn't feel quite natural to me personally. I really wish they just would have simplified it by going with a straight back and forth motion for the top fill section, but they had to be different and throw a little bit of a curve in there. But I just feel like it takes a little bit too much pressure, or I feel like I'm gonna almost break it when I do that. So why overcomplicate things? Just go with something simple that works and is effective. You should have just made it a straight back and forth, in my opinion. My third con is its susceptibility to damage. Now, it has this beautiful ergonomic rounded shape which feels awesome in the hand, which is great, but then again, that's going to lead to more and more scratches down the road. So I've been using this thing a lot lately and just kind of throwing it in my vape bag, and I've noticed a few little minor scratches on it already. However, they told me it was supposed to resist scratching with some sort of special coating that they have on this thing. Personally, I disagree. I really feel like they should have just given you a screen protector or something like that in the box. Hopefully that would help with some of the long-term wear and tear. And my fourth and final con is it feels a little bit cheap. Now, as far as the aesthetic aesthetics goes, it looks gorgeous. It feels good in the hand as far as the shape and the grip goes, but then you start feeling the side panels, which feel like plastic to me. I really don't think those are made of metal. However, I could be mistaken on that. But yeah, it does feel a tiny bit cheap to me, and you know, it's not the most high-end mod. You get the whole kit for 70 bucks, so I guess you shouldn't be complaining there, but that's just me. So at the end of the day, would I go out of my way to purchase one of these if I didn't get this one for review? And I'm going to say yes to this one, just simply for the color. I absolutely love this color. I don't know what it is specifically about this blue, but I absolutely love this color of blue, and it just draws me in like a moth to flame. As far as performance goes, this thing is going to be perfect for the person that doesn't want something overcomplicated with menus and all that stuff. They just want to set it and forget it as far as wattage is concerned and just vape. And at the end of the day, isn't that what we're all after? So if you guys want to pick one of these up for yourself, make sure you check out the links right down there in the description. So that about does it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this. Don't forget to click that notification bell right next to the subscribe button if you want to be alerted whenever I upload videos. Also, leave me some comments in the box below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Revenger kit or anything else you guys want to discuss. Also, check out the advocacy and my social media links right down there in the box below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and as always, vape on! My third con today is the susceptibility.